The Helicon is back, and it needs an explanation. So a lot of you watched my Chimbosso video. I think it's my most watched long-form video, and in that video, I said I had to sell this Helicon to be able to afford that Chimbosso. The Chimbosso had been in the works for a long time. I had ordered it months before it ever arrived, so it's not like I needed to sell this just to be able to afford that. But I did want to sell this just to get a fraction of the money back that I spent on the Chimbosso, because it's a very expensive horn and college is also expensive. Since this horn is 150 years old, I wanted to get it professionally cleaned and looking and feeling nice before I sold it. But just as I was getting it ready to take to my repair tech to get cleaned, I realized right here the brace had snapped. And I don't know when it happened, but I needed to get it fixed because it holds these two parts together along with this. So I took it to my repair tech in July, I'm pretty sure, and she was swamped with a whole bunch of other projects, and this is pretty low priority, so I said, just do it whenever you have time. So I didn't have it for a few months because it was just sitting there. And it's fine that it was gone for so long because I had other projects I wanted to work on, and I was heading off to college in August, so I couldn't really use it down there anyway. I finally got it back a couple of weeks ago, and it's so nice now. The valves and slides are so much smoother, and it's really shiny. You really can't see it on camera as well, but compared to what it was, it's very shiny. The problem was, and this is the reason that I still have it, is that repairing the brace and cleaning everything and trying to make things work better cost a lot. I'm not going to say how much I spent overall, but with the combined cost of how much I bought it for and how much I paid to get it all working and cleaned, I would be losing a few $100s if I tried to sell it at a reasonable price. I was partially still thinking about selling it and just eating the loss, but my repair tech convinced me otherwise. If you're new to this channel or just need a refresher on this instrument, this Helicon is from 1880. That's almost 150 years old. This E-flat Helicon is an Imperial Whaley Royce horn, and it's practically one of a kind. Now, of course, it's not literally one of a kind, but I highly doubt I'll ever find one like this in my lifetime again. For how old it is, how well it works, and just how cheap I bought it, it really is worth keeping. I feel like I gotta remind everyone that I bought this horn in September 2024, just last year, for only $600. I only had to drive an hour away from where I live to get it, and the guy who sold it to me was super nice. For $600 plus like $10 in gas, I got a 150-year-old Helicon, a hand-carved wooden mouthpiece for tuba, as well as this fun little wooden Helicon stand. It'd be a shame if I lost all this by selling it, so even though money will be tight until next summer when I can get a job again, it's gonna be worth it by not losing this one-of-a-kind horn. I just know in 10 years I would regret selling this horn. Now, I've said in a lot of videos, I hate playing sousaphone, but I do enjoy Helicon. I don't think I've ever explained why. Now, I gotta tell you, I'm not a marching band kid. I never did marching band in high school. I didn't have any desire to. I only march when I'm forced to, like a couple weeks ago when I was forced to march in my college's homecoming parade, and that was not fun. Now, this is nothing against marching band sound or marching band kids. People who do it and love it are so cool. I'm so happy that they found something they love. And honestly, the music is really good. It's just not something I want to participate in. And the same idea applies to sousaphones. I love the sound of sousaphones. It's really cool, and there are really good sousaphone players out there, and I'm happy people love it. Now, a lot of people think I don't like sousaphones just because of the weight. And yeah, the weight's not fun, and I don't think, oh, you'll get used to the pain is a valid excuse. Forcing a kid to play sousaphone and then saying, oh, just play it for hours and hours until you don't notice the pain doesn't seem like a good idea to me, and I think it should be rethought. But that's not the real reason I don't like sousaphones. I don't like the way they're balanced. Helicon has a nice way of wrapping around me that I really enjoy. It's close, I can hold it, I don't feel like I'm gonna tip over or move very well, it's just there. But when I play sousaphone, I feel really unbalanced. The way the bell comes up and around just feels awkward to me, and the way it wraps around isn't as tight and snug as the Helicon, and I just don't like it. And yes, my college does have fiberglass sousaphones, but in high school I was forced to do pep band and we had brass sousaphones, so I do know all of your pain. And again, remember, this is just my preference. I don't like them, but it's so cool if you do like them. They have an awesome sound, and if you love it, play them as much as you want. Now, even though I like Helicons more, that doesn't mean this Helicon doesn't have its quirks and problems. Like I said earlier, this is a very old Helicon from 1880, and until around 1900, they didn't have a standardized tuning system the way we do now. You probably know a pitch is just a certain frequency, and right now the standard is A4, the A above middle C, is 440 Hz. It's really cool because to go an octave higher, you just double the frequency, and to go an octave lower, you cut it in half. But back in the day, it wasn't completely standard for every instrument to be pitched at a 440 Hz. Some instruments were tuned higher, some instruments were tuned lower. It just wasn't completely standardized, so there were slight variations in each instrument with how it was tuned. Now, I wasn't thinking about that when I got this Helicon. I was just thinking, man, this has some trouble in the low range. It's not always in tune. I wonder what's going on. Basically, the problem with this horn is that anything below E flat 2 is almost a half step flatter than the fingering I'm using. The main tuning slide is pushed all the way in, so I can't make it any sharper, which means because everything's a half step lower than the fingering, D natural is impossible without pulling out the tuning slide. It's not impossible to try and work around, but I do try and avoid that low D as much as possible just because it is a pain, especially if I'm trying to play fast. I kept wondering, why is it so out of tune in that low range? Is it just manufactured badly? But then a commenter from a video months and months ago said, 1880, what if it's A equals 435 Hz instead of 440? So I went to my tuning app, changed the tuning frequency from 440 Hz to 435, and it was completely in tune. Thank you to whoever left that comment. That helped me out so much in learning about this instrument. I can't really take it down to my college campus, so it'll only be here on weekends, so there won't be as many videos about it, but I'm gonna try and use it as much as possible. I think that's all I have to say, so stay tuned for more Helicon stuff. I post a short almost every day, so be prepared to see it. Capybara wave!